Hello, I'm Eileen Zhou, and I am a principal at the International Public Sector Accounting Standards Board, the IPSAS. With me is Joao Fonseca, a principal at the IPSAS. Welcome to this webcast, an introduction to Exposure Draft 84, Concessionary Leases and Right-of-Use Assets in Kind. This webcast will provide an introduction to the key amendments to IPSAS 43 and IPSAS 23 proposed in ED 84. You may also find helpful the at-a-glance summary of ED 84, which is available on the IPSASB's website, www.ipsasb.org. ED 84 was issued after reviewing responses to the request for information on concessionary leases and other arrangements similar to leases. Joao, can you explain why ED 84 was issued?
Thanks, Eileen. The Leases project started in June 2016. After the public consultation based on Exposure Draft 64, the IPSASB decided to have a phased approach to this project, with Phase 1 addressing accounting for leases which would be aligned with IFRS 16 leases, which led to the approval of IPSAS 43 in December 2021 and its publication in January 2022, and Phase 2 addressing public sector issues specific to concessionary leases and other arrangements similar to leases. Phase 2 of the Leases project started with a request for information, concessionary leases and other arrangements similar to leases that the IPSASB issued in January 2021. Following the review of responses to the RFI, the IPSASB issued Exposure Draft 84, concessionary leases and right-of-use assets in kind, proposing amendments to IPSAS 43 and IPSAS 23 on these topics. Let's look now at the main proposed amendments to IPSAS 43 and IPSAS 23. Regarding lessor accounting, ED 84 proposes to account for concessionary leases in the same way as for leases at market terms, in accordance with IPSAS 43. In a concessionary operating lease, the amount of the concession would be the difference between the lease revenue and expenses with the underlying asset. In a concessionary finance lease, the amount of the concession would be the difference between the carrying amount of the derecognized underlying asset and the newly recognized net investment in the lease. Regarding right-of-use assets in a concessionary leases and right-of-use assets in kind, ED 84 proposes to measure them at the present value of payments for the lease at market rates based on the current use of the underlying asset. ED 84 also proposes new disclosures for concessionary leases related to the proposed accounting model, for example, the amount of the lease concession on initial recognition, as well as for sale and leaseback transactions. In the latter case, it is proposed that concessionary leasebacks not linked to prepayments should follow the same accounting as for normal concessionary leases.
Thank you, Joao. The Phase 2 of the IPSASB's Leases project will now continue with the public consultation of ED 84 until May 17, 2023. The IPSASB encourages its constituents to comment on ED 84 and will determine its next steps for this project after reviewing the responses received. Thank you for viewing this webcast. For further information, please visit our webpage at www.ipsasb.org. From myself and Joao, thank you and goodbye.